Hi guys, today is set to be a pretty cool day. We're driving, of course, in the Porsche GT3 RS, the new 991 hardcore track version of the 911. And we picked it up yesterday in Zuffenhausen. Pretty special car. Only had a little opportunity to drive so far, but tomorrow we're going to be heading down to the Alps where we'll get to enjoy it properly and be able to offer some feedback on the car. Today's plan is to visit first Novitec, where we're going to take a look at a few cars, Ferraris and Lamborghinis, and then we're going to head over to Abt to take a look at the RS3 and TTS. So first up, we're going to jump in the car, get on the road, because we're heading over to Novitec. Here we are then at the home of Novitec. Novitec Rosso for the Ferraris, Novitec Tridente for the Maseratis, Novitec Tornado for Lamborghini, and also now Spofec for Rolls-Royce. It's August, so the workshop isn't in full operation at the moment with everybody on holiday and the like, but we've got a couple of cars we can take a look at in the showroom and one out back. So I'm going to take a walk around, show you what's going on, and in particular the California T sitting right here inside the door, and then also the California T N-Largo to the left. But let's start with the normal package for the Ferrari California T here at Novitec. So this car, sitting on new wheels, 21 inch at the front, 22 at the rear, has a number of carbon modifications around the car that you can see. So if we start off at the rear, you've got the lip spoiler on the trunk lid, you've got the carbon casing around the rear lights, carbon fiber diffuser, as well as these extra pieces underneath, and of course, new exhaust system with a cross pipe. Take a look at the wheel design, always looks so good. So the car has a new carbon fiber side skirt, these design pieces here on the door mirrors, and around the vents at the front and at the side, there are new carbon fiber pieces and darkened indicator lights. And of course, the front lip is carbon fiber as well. Via a tuning box, the car has 649 horsepower. And with the exhaust system and cross pipe, you can take that up to 668 horsepower. The standard California T is 560. But let's take a look at this. The Novitec N-Largo California T. 6 centimeters wider at the front, 11 centimeters wider at the rear. So much presence. It almost has a look of the F12 N-Largo to it. This car gets the N-Largo name because it has a sort of complete overhaul to the bodywork. Very little of it remains from standard, just the bonnet lid, the doors, the roof, and the trunk lid. Starting around the rear here, completely new bumper. Sort of design reminiscent, obviously, of the California T, but new features and shapes and layout. Carbon fiber diffuser, and this wing that goes over the top of the trunk lid, and the lights, again with the same sort of light casings from the normal package. All the body panels, like this part, have to be made wider, obviously, to house that extra 11 centimeters of width. And the wheels are the same design as the F12 N-Largo, but obviously with different offset. But give it that real presence. And then you've got the sort of shapes like this that are created around the front. It's actually crazy how much that car is made to look like an F12 just by its extra presence. And it continues to have the carbon fiber pieces on the bonnet and vents and on the door mirrors as well. And there's a totally new front bumper too. Carbon fibre lip spoiler at the front. That's very cool. And the final car here in the showroom is the Novitec Tornado package for the Huracan. So the Huracan has the whole new carbon fibre front lower section, extended lip in the centre, and all of this sort of design in carbon fibre. It has a new trunk lid with the vents through, design reminiscent of the Tornado Aventador. Carbon fibre mirror caps, side skirt, and carbon fibre on the inlets there. New wheels. And around the rear, there's an optional set of 2 different wings you can have. You can have this wing with the 2-piece, or just a 1-piece wing. There's also carbon fibre for the inlets here, either side of the glass, and new carbon fibre pieces here at the lower end too. And of course, a new back box for the exhaust and the carbon fibre diffuser. But we're going to be able to hear that car shortly as well. So for now, I'm going to head through to the back and take a look at the Rolls-Royce. At the back, you have the workshop with the storage facility right behind it. In here, a couple of cars just being worked on. You've got a California T with the package that's just about to go out. Ferrari Speciale A, Aperta, that's soon to be worked on, and then an F12 N-Largo also being worked on at the back, but because it's summer, just things about to kick off again next week. Now this area is cool. I showed you this before. Solar panel controlled sort of storage areas where when it's not summer and cars are kept here for sort of permanent storage, they're kept in these which spin around to follow the sun. So that's kind of awesome. And now this is the Spofec Rolls-Royce Ghost extended wheelbase. Now I just asked the question, where did the name Spofec come from? Which is kind of funny. And I was told to think of this. What is this? This is the spirit of ecstasy. S-P-O-F-E-C. Spofec. Clever, hey? I like that name a lot. So the Ghost, and they also do a package for the Wraith, has a new front bumper. So you can see new sort of design layout down at the front. New wheels, golden colour for this car. Side skirts. And as we come round to the rear, you have the lower bumper too, and the lip. Tasteful, subtle Rolls-Royce modification, just to be a little bit more unique. Okay, let's head back round to the front. Cars are out and I'm just going to take a couple of pictures, and I'm also going to jump into the Huracan for a quick little ride. no question, that sounded awesome. I love coming down to Novitec. The cars just sound brilliant. Last time I was here, it was the Novitec Tornado Aventador I went out in, which was an astonishing machine, probably the loudest car I've ever been in. But now the Huracan as well, styling very reminiscent of the Aventador, looks awesome. Even the California T sounds great as well and looks the part, just looks a lot more serious. And I believe while I was out, the Novitec Tridente Ghibli has arrived too. So let's head around the back and see if we can find that. The Ghibli then, and this is the V6 diesel. There's also a tuning package to 322 horsepower out of this. But let's take a look at the Novitec Tridente modifications. So you've got the carbon fibre front splitter, 22-inch wheels, lowering springs of course, different coloured wheels on each side. They are black on that side and anthracite on the other side, just for demonstration purposes of course. As we come down, new carbon fibre side skirt around the rear. The lip spoiler. That's quite a good visit to Novitec Group, having a look at a Maserati, a Rolls-Royce, a Ferrari and a Lamborghini today. We're wrapping up now at Novitec and we're going to be heading over to Kempton to visit Abt. We'll be taking a look at a few cars down there. It's only a short drive. We'll jump back in the RS and hit the road. The second checkpoint of today then, Abt Sportsline, a company I've actually visited quite a few times recently. Inside here is like the showroom and museum, and I've shown you around there before in previous videos. I came on the Where's Shmee tour in April this year and also last year to test drive some cars, but wanted to come back again because Abt cars always go down to a great reception when I upload the videos and you guys love seeing them, so I like coming here. Great guys, great to see what's going on. And today we're going to take a look at two cars, so I think I'm going to head straight round to the back and go and find them. Tucked in the shadows then, the two cars we're going to be looking at today, the new Audi RS3 and the TTS. I'm going to be shooting full review, sort of road testy type driving impressions videos with both of these cars today. We'll be starting with the TTS and then going on to the RS3. The RS3 is actually being released at Frankfurt. So the TTS, let's start with this. Starts with 310 horsepower. With the Abt tune, it's up to 370 horsepower. I reviewed or had a look at the TT when I was here before, which took the base sort of model from 230 horsepower up to the 310 that this car manages. So it's cooler that this car obviously takes the power up another 60 horsepower, which is going to be even more fun. That was a really fun drive actually. Taking a look around, you can see some sort of cosmetic changes to the look and design, funky wheels on this car. I'm going to show you all of this in a lot more detail in a moment. Just have a quick look around for now. 10cm exhaust tips, we'll be hearing that as well. And then alongside that we have the 430 horsepower RS3 up from 360, so 70 horsepower gain. Again, a number of changes to the car. Be showing you all of this in a moment. And alongside that, I think a customer has come with his R8 there. But these are the two I'm going to be taking out. So if I go to Sport, it immediately drops the gear, of course, but it also opens up the valves a little bit more, so we're going to get a little bit more of the soundtrack from this exhaust. And it already sounded good on upshift or downshift with the system before, and immediately I can tell it's downshifting earlier than perhaps it would have done beforehand. But if I override this slightly with the paddle to go into manual mode, just to really be able to enjoy it, doesn't sound bad at all. And you'll notice that as soon as you hit the red line, it actually upshifts for you, so you get that perfect sort of red line shift without missing anything, which takes away a little bit, but that's, I mean, you can short shift if you want to feel pressing the paddle, but defeats the point of getting the fastest possible shift really. So on these twisty roads, the steering is exactly what you'd want it to be. Very direct, very engaging, very fun. The whole sort of feel of the car is indeed one that you can go out and drive and have some fun with. So a lot of fun with the TTS, which is now off with Mark to have a test drive as well. Mark, my co-driver for this tour. He'll take that off. I'd say it's about the right kind of balance of the power, but you can actually go out and drive on the roads, and that's exactly what it's for. It looks pretty cool with the Abt kit as well. And it departs with a rasp. So I'm now going to take a look at this car, the RS3, the 430 horsepower RS3. We're in the Abt RS3 then. 430 horsepower basically makes it one of the fastest sort of small hot hatches you could imagine. Vastly superior to the standard car or the A45 or the M135i. There is a lot of power and it still sits 5 people in a lot of comfort as well. So if that's what you're looking for, this is basically the best choice. Right now I'm in full sort of automatic settings, haven't changed anything. The drive select, which controls the steering, suspension, exhaust, gearbox response, that's all completely standard, haven't changed anything. We're in normal drive mode, and in this mode, from my experience so far, it's very smooth, very comfortable. The roads are nicely paved, but the suspension is lovely. The ride is not too firm in any way, shape or form. But what I need to do is press the button here, drive select, which you can cycle through the different modes. I'll put it in dynamic, where basically everything is in the sportiest mode it can be, and including the gearbox. It's immediately gone into a lower gear. You can hear more noise from the car, and probably if I find a straighter section when I can put my foot down, it really gets a move on. There is no question this is a quick car. Back from driving the RS3, and it still boggles my mind that this car is 430 horsepower in an Audi A3. It's just absolutely ridiculous. Very, very fast. Just a complete sleeper, just a car you do not expect that from. So a full video of this is going to come, and also a full video with the TTS is going to come as well, of course. I'm checking those out. A little bit more detail, showing you around, talking more about it. But as always, the weather here at Abt has been beautiful for me. It seems to always be the way. I come to visit Abt in Kempton, and the sunshine comes out and we have a lovely day, and I get very, very sunburnt. And that's no different today. And then because the Abt race side of things works with Red Bull, they have an unlimited supply of Red Bull, so I go and drink a couple and then I'm buzzing for the rest of the night while I edit videos. But the guys have actually just gone out with the GT3 RS, so I'm going to go park this car back up, head inside and just chill out for a little bit, because we're staying very near tonight, which is going to make life significantly easier all around to get these videos edited. And I might even show you parts of that, because I think a lot of people don't realise how much work has to go into this all the way through. Every night it's 2 or 3 hours, maybe 4 hours at a computer, editing the videos, rendering them, getting them online. But another great day with Abt, 2 cars driven, TTS and the RS3, and I'm sure it's only going to be a case of time until I stop off back here again another time. Something really noisy just went past, but I didn't see what it was. Yeah, so I'm going to park this up, head inside. Another good day done then, visiting Novitec and Abt today, and a little bit of driving on some nice roads in this car at the end there. I just went on a sort of detour on the way here to our hotel tonight, just because, although the main day where we're going to be driving with this car on some proper roads is tomorrow. We'll be going through the Alps on our way down towards Torino in Italy. So we're going to go up into the hills in Switzerland, take on some nice mountain passes, perhaps the Splugen Pass and the San Bernardino Pass. Some roads I've driven before and some roads I haven't. I apologise for the screaming children in the background. I am parked in a public car park tonight with the car at the hotel we're staying at. But it just looks so beastly, doesn't it? It just looks absolutely awesome. And had a lot of fun today with all of the different cars that I've been and filmed with. So another good day of the X6 tour is now done. We've finished a little bit earlier tonight because we've stayed so close to Abt, which is great for relaxation time and getting on with stuff. And tomorrow we've got, it's about a 5 or 6 hour total drive we've planned out, we've plotted out the route, and maybe I'll show you that as well at another point. Where do we go next? Yeah, down into Italy. So it's set to be a good day driving in this little fun thing. Anyway, that's it for today. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure you subscribe, check out the rest of the tour, and I'll catch up with you again very soon. Cheers.